always get asked by people, has anybody ever said anything mean to you for being gay? Have you ever been attacked? Anything like that? 5th grade, I will never forget. And it was actually me versus my friends. Let's talk about it. Throwing this one all the way back to actual pipsqueak days, recess even, mulch, when you're making mulch castles. Yeah, mine was crumbling because it was a war. You think I'm evil now? Elementary school me, I swear I had horns and I just tried to hide them. Like, I legitimately was a daredevil / real devil. I was just fucking evil in every regard. Not actually evil, just like pipsqueak version of evil, but ooh, I was still not the one to be reckoned with. Okay. Granted, I feel like I got along with pretty much everybody in my 5th grade class. Like, starting elementary school, of course, like, it's your first time on earth, kindergarten, you're goo-goo guying. But then going through the years, like, I developed my little friend group. Now, elementary school me, that's when I was in my era of having friends that were men. Fast forward to now, I only like them if we're gonna be hugging and holding hands, but I don't even like that much. Besides the point, this is when I was friends with like men in the community, or boys, literally fucking boys. I mean, this is 3rd grade, 4th grade. But I had my little squad and we, you know, play Roblox, Minecraft, everything under the sun. Okay, that was our shit. Now, granted, I was best of friends with like the boys in my grade, having a bucking ball, but like a lot of things we didn't really have in common. I mean, at the time we had more shit in common. Like, okay, let's play Minecraft. Like, but like at the same time, like I'm sitting there and I'm like, why do I have a crush on like, you know, fucking Ryan? Like, why do I have a crush on Ryan? When they're over here talking about like Alexis or like Rebecca, like how about Ryan, right? Or like Alex, not Alexis. Like that's what I like, right? Once again, I had those thoughts in elementary school, but it was very like elementary school. Like instead of having a crush on like Denise, like it was David. Like that's what I had a crush on, but it wasn't like a, oh my gosh, like I want to like kiss and like blah blah blah. No, it's like very much like I want to hold hands. Anyways, but it was never that serious. Like it wasn't like, you know, draining me or anything. I was just like, damn, like I'm a little bit of a weirdo because I don't like Denise. Like I like the man. Anyways, I want to say about like 3rd grade to 4th grade, that's when I started branching out outside of my elementary school. And that's where I allowed other friendships to be formed that just did not go to my elementary school. Now, before that, I was only friends with one kid outside of my elementary school, and that was like my family fucking friend. Like, I knew him since I was born. I swear we popped out at the same time at the hospital. And me and him would hang out all the fucking time on like the weekends and stuff like that. But then besides that, it was like my elementary school friends. Anyways, I had a couple more family friends because my family was just like me at the time, never shutting their little beak. So they babbled with anybody and everybody, no matter if they went to my school, okay? So my family was very, very close with these 2 other families, okay? And like it was kind of like a group. Like they weren't the best of friends, but like they were good friends. Like it's not like it was every single weekend, but like they were close friends, okay? Now granted, this was around the same time that I first got my iPod Touch. Like iPod Touch, 3rd grade, I will never fucking forget. Bitch, I'm in tune with everything. Social media me. So I just had my first iPod Touch and I just started like hanging around like these 2 other families, but the 2 families didn't have the normal, you know, son that I was used to. Like, okay, like I'll go play Minecraft with like the son, whatever. Like I'd rather go stare at Barbie doll. But it was 2 daughters, and I was like, oh, but they were like from 2 different families, but they were already like really close. Like they played sports together, stuff like. Anyways, I got thrown into the equation, and honestly, we all became best of fucking butt. Got along with them way more than I did with my boyfriends, but I wasn't gonna make it too hot, right? But I loved hanging out with them. There's my girl, and you know, we do like bullshit. Like we'd sit on the trampoline playing patty cake, and you know, exchanging like mulch and sticks. Like I don't know, we had a whole like different form of currency. It was kind of cool. Anyways, it became a thing that pretty much not every weekend, but like a good amount of the time, at least 3 to 4 times a month, I'd be hanging out with. It would be at like family events, but then like it started going from family events to like play dates where like I would get dropped off by myself just with my little book bag, like, hey y'all, and I would go meet him at the trampoline, and we get to, you know, talking shit, talking about what happened at recess, because they went to the same school. Actually, I think they didn't even go to the same school, but I went to one school, one of the girls went to another school, and the other girl went to another school. So it was just like a lot of lore to be unpacked, but we're also like elementary school, so we don't have that much brain capacity, so we're just babbling, okay? Anyways, we got like pretty close in like the span of like a month. Not like really, really close, but like pretty close. Granted, at this point, we only knew each other for like around like a month-ish, okay? And we were just, you know, starting to get in the swing of things, like what's going on, whatever. Now, keep in mind, I'm in elementary school at this point. So like being gay, or like the word, at least at my elementary school, like wasn't really even a thing. Like I don't think a lot of kids even knew what gay was. I didn't know, at least. I was just like, okay, like I like David instead of Denise. Like what the fuck does that mean? But like I didn't really understand like even what it was. I don't know, call me sheltered, okay. Anyways, I remember one time we were like on the trampoline just like chopping up. It was a normal ass day, right? Like I probably brought my Pokemon cards, with like, what the fuck's that? I was like, let me show you like a Charizard. Anyways, good day. We probably hung out for like 4 hours, then parents came to pick me up. I said, bye y'all, my ride's coming, like bye. Like me and my new friends. Anyways, I end up getting in the car, and I remember this day was different in particular because I gave them my iPod Touch like Gmail or iCloud, whatever the hell, where you were able to like contact people on iPod Touch, where like only the close people had my iPod Touch email. Granted, I didn't really message people like that on iMessage. It was more of like a Facebook message and we're sending memes and shit and laughing. But I was like, you know what? Like, let's keep in contact, girl. Because we'd only message on Facebook. So I was like, let me give you like my Gmail. You know, we could like FaceTime. That was the thing that I gave it to them for. Because they're like, oh my gosh, I've got to start FaceTiming. I didn't really do that with like my guy friends. So I was like, yeah. Any fucking ways. I end up leaving. And then the next day, I go to school. Everything's fine. I remember I'm like coming back from school, go home, whatever. Probably motorboat the fuck out of some SpaghettiOs. You know, fuck that shit up. End up going up to my room. I start playing Party in the USA. I'm just zoned out. Probably playing Roblox, doing some weird shit, right? To which my iPod Touch was on the other side of my room. So I'm just like playing on my computer. I finally get done like my 2-hour Minecraft / Roblox / Party in the USA music video session. And I go back to my iPod Touch. I was like, okay, what's going on there? Like, I'm going to play like Angry Birds or something. I go on it and I see, because I saved them both as contacts, right? Let's give them names. Q-Tip and Basement. Those are going to be the 2 names for today, okay? Any fucking ways, I look and I see that I have like 8 missed calls from Basement. And I'm like, what did I miss? Come on, it's like probably like 7:38 right now. And I'm like, huh? Okay. So I see that there's 8 missed calls and 1 voicemail. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, is Basement, like, Q-Tip okay? Like, these are new friends. Like, oh no, did they already get kidnapped? Like, I was just nervous. And, you know, as a pipsqueak, I still overthink. I do it worse now. But, like, at the time, I was just like, oh my gosh. They're somewhere, why would they contact me this much? But also I'm kind of smiling because I'm like, damn, like my friends love me. Anyways, I like look at the 1 voicemail. I was like, let me listen, let me dial. Anyways, I listened to the voicemail and it's Basement, right? Basement left me the call, but she's with Q-Tip. So you hear Q-Tip like laughing in the back and you hear Basement's like, Dylan, like you better answer like your iPod right now. Like answer your iPod right now. Like we gotta talk. I'm like, okay, like shit. But it was like a 2-minute long like voicemail, okay? So that was the first like 30 seconds of it, and then I hear like Q-Tip like laughing in the back, like they're obviously on the trampoline. I can hear it fucking bouncing. I'm getting like FOMO, jealous. All of a sudden I hear a Basement what leaves her little lip. She said, yeah, and Dylan, you're gay. Q-Tip starts laughing, Basement starts laughing, and then like phone like hangs up. Like it was like a mysterious little hang up, kind of like a Netflix original, right? Scary movie, like Landline. I sat there in silence because once again at this point I didn't really knew what gay like meant. But in my middle school, like my elementary school, like kids would say it sometimes, but it would always be used as like the word bitch. So I sat in silence. I was like, that's not right. Cause I was taking it as like a cuss word. And I was like, okay, like, why am I being cussed out right now? Cause that's once again, like when kids were really, really mad, they'd be like, you're gay, like flipping out and shit. And like, everyone go like, oh, like he just called you gay, right? So I was like, bitches fucking war. Mad as shit. I was mad as fuck. And I was like, then I started doing research on my laptop because I was like, I knew like gay, like that's how I registered it. At the time I was like, it's a bad word, but like what the fuck does it? Anyways, end up looking it up and I was like, oh, that's a personalized. Now I got really mad because I was like, wait, like I am whatever like gay is. Like that's what I am. Like would hold a man's hand if I had. So I'm like, oh, this is like a targeted attack. Fuck y'all. Because at this point, I was never called gay at this point. Like, ever. Like, probably called, like, poopy face and, like, poopy brains, but, like, never gay. And I was like, oh, bitch, it's fucking war. So I was so fucking mad. I typed out, like, a little paragraph on my iPod Touch. I think I threw them both, like, both their emails in a fucking group. And I was like, you both are very, very mean. Like, I can't believe you guys would say this. Like, I thought we were friends. Like, don't ever text me again. Don't ever talk to my parents again. If I ever see you at a family function again, don't ever speak to. Send this whole paragraph, and then I blocked both of them. I thought I blocked both of them. And like, I just go about my day. Like, I was just like, and I'm not gonna lie, I was upset. I was just so fucking mad. Like, I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. It's a wrap. Nobody will ever. Meanwhile, the whole time I literally am gay, but like, nobody will ever say that to me before it leaves my flubber lip. Till you see me holding actual hands with fucking Ryan, right? Fuck you. Anyways, I'm sitting there, I'm mad. And I remember the next day, like, oh, I was eating it up. I remember I'm getting like nonstop Facebook messages from Basement and Q-Tip both, and they're like, oh my gosh, like we're so sorry, like we're just kidding. I think they even said they're like, we didn't even know that was picked up on the voicemail, like we weren't talking about you, like oh my gosh, we're so. They're like blowing up my phone. I'm pretty sure they're more scared of like their parents getting involved because baby, I never fucking played. Did I tell my parents no because I was more embarrassed that I was called gay and I didn't want to have that discussion with them? But I was like, keep giving me the attention. They blew up my phone probably for like a week. I remember it's like Facebook messages, because like Instagram wasn't even a thing at the time. And finally, after like a week or so, I was like, damn, like I kind of miss my girls. Like, you know what? Like, I guess we all make mistakes, but like, fuck. Anyways, I end up responding to one of their Facebook messages and I was like, thanks for the apology. Just need some time to like think on. So fucking anyway, I think like the next month we all like met up at like somebody's trampoline and talked it out on the remix. Now, granted, current day, these two people are like my best fucking friends. Like we've still been friends. That was the first time I was called gay and attacked. Full body chills.